Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. So I haven't been live in a while, and I thought today would be a good day to go live, right? And the reason I haven't been going live for some time is because sometimes my internet gets a little bit iffy, and it kind of ruins the stream and makes the stream not as good as I think it ought to be. But I think going live is a good thing because we get to have a good chat, right? And hello, 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 hello. Good evening from India. Good evening, good evening, good evening. So yeah, I want to look at a few things, and there's one thing that I saw that I think was extremely exciting that Richard Hart posted on Twitter. Let's take a quick look at that. Oh yeah. So I made a video like I think 2 days ago talking about the testnet V4 when celebrating 300,000 transactions, and then the next day we had celebrating 2 million transactions, and then surprise, surprise, Richard Hart posts a 4.6 million transactions on Pulsechain. And if anyone is using Ethereum right now, you know how bad it is in terms of transaction fees. Transaction fees are going insane right now. I mean, swapping on Ethereum up to $50 or even more, and that's extremely, extremely bad. And now this tells you that, guys, we definitely need Pulsechain. Hi, sir. Hi, sir. Hi, sir. Hi, sir. Hi, sir. And hello from Zimbabwe. Yeah. Hello, say. Hello, mate. Can you guessing when launch mainnet? Yeah, I can guess. I think. Look, I think mainnet should be coming at any moment now. I mean, guys, look at it. Right, we've blasted through. I don't know of a blockchain that's doing 4 million transactions every day, and we just recorded here right now 4.6 million transactions. Right, I think Binance Smart Chain is close. Maybe it does hit the 4 million mark, but imagine that having 4 million transactions and not much problems in terms of transaction fee, not much problems in terms of the blockchain functioning, because when these 4 million transactions are recorded, there's no recording, there's no talk of bugs, there's no talk of some issues that the devs faced. There's everything seems to be functioning well under these circumstances. So I think launch is definitely very, very close. I think launch is as imminent as it has ever been. So I'm definitely, I think, yeah, I'm definitely excited about that. I'm definitely excited about that. There's a tweet that I did see though that I thought was interesting. Another tweet that I saw was interesting about this, because there's a meme coin mania going on right now, and I thought that this was an interesting tweet, right, from Chris Black. Now, Chris Black, I don't know of the stuff he shares, but I do think that this is a little bit, this is logical, right? Coins like Pepe don't happen by accident. Big money, powerful people, and careful planning goes into creating these scams. Well, I don't know if I agree with the word scams here, right? You're just a pawn in a much bigger game, and games like this have cost, and many people, their lives don't be a that, right? And the reason why I thought it was interesting was because I don't believe that a coin becomes this successful by accident. I don't believe that you start to see these big players, or even the big crypto influencers, Bitboy, Crypto Banter, all these Twitter people pumping paper coin by accident. Now, that doesn't mean that there's no value in meme coins or the meme coin mania. I think that there's a lot of value, but I don't think that that this pump is an accidental pump. I mean, if you look at what Hex did, nothing about how Hex pumped was accidental. Nothing was about it was accidental at all. It was careful planning and careful planning, creating the tokenomics and all that stuff that all resulted into having great price performance. So I absolutely, but I do see value because I think meme coin communities and crypto communities are different. And if Pepe can result in the meme coin people joining the mainstream crypto, I think that can be good because it means that we can onboard more people, and especially for Pulse, right? Because I think when Pulse launches, I do think that we're going to see lots of projects launching. And if we can tap into this whole meme coin mania, I think it could be massively, massively beneficial for Pulsechain. Because one of the things that if you look at meme coins like Shiba Inu and all these other ones, they've got huge communities. I mean, even if you look at coins like this one that did this exit stuff, Terra Luna, the Terra Luna Classic still has a huge community. So I think that despite the fact that this might not be all good, I think that there's value that can be drawn from it. LFG, Pulsechain 83 says they keep on testing. Yeah, but if you look at the testing, right, it has been improving, right? I mean, like I said, like we had 160,000 transactions, we had 300,000 transactions, we had I think it's 2 million transactions, and now we're 4.6 million transactions. So definitely you can see that the intensity is not the same. The intensity is absolutely not the same. The intensity is different. And I think I like the way things are moving in terms of testing because it keeps improving. Any chance to again testnet V5? Well, my assumption is that this is the last testnet, unless maybe if we have a V4.5 or VB 4B, unless we have that, right? But I don't think there's another testnet coming. And like Richard Hart, I think he does want this thing to launch. I think he does want this. Should we swap Pulse for Pulse X for Pulse, or just relax and hodl, sir? I think it depends, right? It depends with the ratio. If you get a good rate, you should. That's my opinion, right? If you don't get a good rate, then you shouldn't. And like this is a long time ago, right? Richard Hart says it's going to give opportunity to people who missed the Pulse sacrifice. You'll give them an opportunity to get Pulse with Pulse X. So I don't know if that still stands, because there's a lot of things that have changed over time, because obviously you know that many times, sometimes you do have to pivot, right? If you see something is not working as well as it ought to, you've got to pivot. So I think that this is something that it depends on the ratio, whether you should do it or not. CJ Des, what's up, bro? What's up? Mate, please say something about PLS. What exactly do you want to know about? What do you want me to talk about in regards to Pulse sacrifice? I think the success, the sack was very successful. It was extremely successful, and I like the fact that the Pulse sacrifice had 40,000 wallets that sacked, and the Pulse X sacrifice had like 100,000 wallets that sacrificed, meaning that there's a lot of people who are hungry for Pulse. There's a lot of people who want that Pulse, and so that's only by pressure for Pulse. So I'm excited about both sacrifices, right? Pulse and Pulse X. But I do think that because of the fact that a lot of people missed out on Pulse sack, I think that is a huge opportunity. Crypto freedom. Good morning, sir. Much respect. Generational wealth coming. Yeah, awesome stuff. And yeah, and the blockchain presents incredible opportunities. How can we get Pulse as a sack? Say something calculation. I don't understand. I don't understand the question. How can you get Pulse as a sack? I don't understand that. I don't understand that at all. But I do think though that we are at the right. This is now the right chance. This is now the right time. I think the environment is good for launching. Now, there have been other times where I think the environment was good, but looking at the performance of the testnet, I think right is a very good time for Pulsechain launch. Judging the testnet, the success of the testnet, and like I mean, look, you can withdraw. You've got withdrawals. Right, you've got withdrawals on you can withdraw your staked Pulse and all that other good stuff. So yeah, that makes sense. Another thing is this, right? Another thing, I think now is a good time to launch is if you look at just opening Twitter now, right? This top tweet, look at how much transaction fees on the screenshot, right? Max fee, this is insane. Estimated gas fee $134. I mean, in crypto, you are in crypto to make money, and the good thing about making money in crypto is that you can tell, for example, right? If you bought the bottom of X and sold the top of X, you would have gotten 10,000 X. Now, $100 at 10,000 X returns is $1 million from $100. Now, if you're paying $100 transaction fee, that is not logical. That's absolutely not logical. And that's why I think that Pulsechain is important, and launching right now is the best opportunity to launch right now, because people are getting free coins And not only are they getting free coins, they're getting free coins on a blockchain that has fast and cheap transactions. And Ethereum is still averaging 1 million transactions a day. Pulsechain that's just tested 4 million transactions in 24 hours. We just tested 4 million transactions in 24 hours. So, I mean, if you want to talk about a perfect opportunity to launch, now is that perfect opportunity. What's the advantage of holding Hex compared to other ERC20s before Snapshot? Why can't one just hold other ERC20 instead? Aren't they gonna get copied too? Okay, I don't see any value in holding other ERC20 tokens, except if the teams behind those tokens say they're going to support the Pulsechain versions of those tokens. Because yes, we talk decentralization, all that stuff, but having team support is still important in crypto. It's still very, very important. So I think with Hex, you know that Richard Hart is most likely going to support Hex. Hex.com will most likely support staking for Hex and eHex, right? Talk about Hedron. They most likely will support both versions. You talk about all the building, all the infrastructure right now. Other ERC20 tokens have not spoken about any support on Pulsechain. So I don't think that there will be much value, except if the team really says that they're going to do that. Now, that's not to say that you will not get any value by holding other ERC20 tokens, but for me, I certainly don't see that right now. I don't see the value of holding other ERC20 tokens that are outside of the Hex and Pulsechain ecosystem already. Now, there are some coins already launched by Hexicans on Ethereum that will be copied over, and those teams have said that they will definitely be supporting, and that's different, right? So for those, I think there's value there. But for the most part, right, I mean, I think if you're buying other ERC20 tokens, it's a greater gamble than just getting into the ones that you know will have support. I said for Pulse, when launch, please, how can I get PLS? Yeah, this one, Richard Hart, he keeps saying it'll be ready when it's ready. That's what he keeps saying. It'll be ready when it's ready. Expecting mid-May launch. Also, it's a good time to launch now, especially if gas is out of control. Many people are waiting for the alternative. Yeah. I mean, I was just showing you the screenshot there that someone shared on Twitter. Eat gas is insane. I mean, in all honesty, I think spending $10 on a transaction is too much, right? It's too much. I think you've got to spend much less than that. It's got to be for the most part in the sense, right? Maybe you don't want it to be too cheap, because if it's too cheap, then you get people, doing the denial of service attack. So you want a little bit of a cost there. But having said that, the cost should not be prohibitive for transactions. Anyone who wants to, like, for me, the interesting thing about crypto, for me, okay, the number one most interesting thing is first of all, the opportunity for people to actually create massive life-changing wealth, right? That's the opportunity in crypto. And that's the biggest opportunity in crypto, right? And for you to have that, like I spoke about 10,000x. $10 investment and the 10,000x is 100,000, right? So you talk about decentralizing finance. That's exactly what decentralizing finance is when you give people an opportunity to create life-changing wealth with just a little bit of money. So if you have a blockchain where you have to spend $100 to transact, that's not good. And I actually remember during the bull run, right, where we had the price of Hex pumped incredibly well. But some people who had small bags could not cash out, because your $50 investment, for you to cash out, for you to end stake and then go and sell on Uniswap, maybe your $50 investment has turned into say $2,000, but the transaction is $500 and you have to do a few transactions. That is really, really bad. You can't have high transaction fees. We need Pulsechain yesterday. Okay, didn't you say hours in one clickbait videos? I've got to explain this, right? Which I think I shouldn't have to explain, but for some reason, it does need to be explained. You can make a prediction you can have an analysis and make a prediction, right? That does not mean that prediction is gospel. And the biggest flaw that I see, that I've noticed this on Twitter, right? I saw a tweet by someone saying that they had predicted which coin would pump next, like 3 times in a row. And they said that because I predicted these 3 coins that pumped after I predicted them, that means that you should follow me, and whatever my prediction is going to come true. And that's it. I think it speaks to like our monkey brain, but it's not realistic. If you flip a coin and it hits heads 10 times, the odds of you flipping heads again the 11th time is 50%. So predictions can be right and they can be wrong. And the fact that you can get 10 predictions correct does not mean the 11th will be correct. So predictions need to be treated as predictions. And the moment you treat predictions as gospel, you get wrecked. I mean, there are people who follow trading channels, right? That's completely bad, because the fact that someone has called this call before does not mean that all their calls are going to be true. The reason I say this is this, right? If anyone can claim that they can actually do it with hardcore empirical evidence, what I'd like to see is show me the formula that gets you that. Show me the formula that gets you the irrefutable proof that you can predict price 100% of the time, or even 80% of the time. Show me the formula. And no one knows, no one ever wants to say that formula. They always want to say, okay, I predicted this, it was right. No, I don't think that. I think that's a wrong way of looking at things. Look at things in terms of statistical probability. And what's the statistical probability? And the statistical probability of a coin flip will always be 50%, no matter what. So even if you get 20 times out of 20 right, the probability of the 21st time is still 50%. So a prediction can be right or it can be wrong. The odds are the same. And I think you also can make a prediction. And you can say, I predict Pulsechain will launch tomorrow. And you might be right or you might be wrong. But look, it is what it is, right? Cosmos is a great alternative, already exists and works amazing. I agree with you in terms of technology and all that. Cosmos is great. I did some research on it years ago, and it seems that they're doing a lot of stuff. And I mean, Binance Smart Chain uses their technology. A lot of blockchains use their technology. But the one thing, it doesn't translate to price performance. I haven't seen it translate to price performance. So for that reason, that's why I haven't really followed it as much as maybe I could have, because the great tech, the great stuff there is not translating to price performance. So what's the benefit then, right? That's why, like a lot of people can say what they want about Hex and about but the proof is in the pudding. When you have great price performance, I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, that's how I look at it. I think price performance is definitely the more important thing. I really hope Pulsechain is a huge success. Cosmos already here, although no, I think Pulsechain will be a big success. And if you look at the incredible thing that I've seen the past few days was Pulsechain trending on Twitter. And normally Pulsechain is trending like with 1,000 tweets, with at best 10,000 tweets, and now we're starting to see 1 million tweets trending. So that's what I like to see, and that's really gets me exciting. That gets me excited. Guys, English, huh? However, if you look at this new Pepper coin, right, it's trending at 4 million tweets, but it has done incredible price performance over the past few days. But again, I'll refer back to the Chris Black tweet that you gotta be careful in these projects, because they definitely have big backers with deep pockets and massive influence. So who knows what their intentions are? And when I saw that tweet, I shared it earlier on, right, from Chris Black. It resonated with me because it's the same thing I saw with Sam Bankman-Fried and the stuff that he supports. Sorry. Sam Bankman-Fried, when he was still the CEO, when everyone respected him in the crypto space, his projects, Solana, FTX, you would see how they were trending on Twitter. And a lot of that was kind of, my conclusion is it was probably bots, because you can't have, the downfall was incredible, from having millions of tweets daily to having almost nothing, right? And if you had looked at the tweets, a lot of the tweets that I saw about Solana and they were all these NFT bot type tweets. So that's the reason as well that I got deep respect for Pulsechain and all that, because you can see the intel. If you go on Twitter and say Pulsechain in the search, all of the tweets you find, they are mostly deep intellectual thought. It's not just, they're not throwaway tweets of like buy my NFT. It's not like that. It's not those. Nobody uses Cosmos. Yeah, but a lot of their backend technology, a lot of people use them. A lot of blockchains use a lot of their backend technology. They do. So Cosmos has no community. It all boils down to network adoption. That's definitely the most important thing. It's all about market fit and number go up. Hex, Pulse X covers all the bases. Yeah. that good old product market fit, right? And the good old product market fit. Yeah, you definitely need that. And you need a lot of that. You also need a lot of promotion, a lot of evangelism of the project. And one of the advantages that Richard Hart had on launching Hex was he was one of the top Bitcoin influencers, promoters, whichever way you want to call them. Richard Hart made his name as a Bitcoiner first, right? He was known as a Bitcoiner, and then because of how eloquent he is and how kind of his communication style, how he talks, a lot of people resonated with him, and everyone wanted him on his podcast, on their podcast. So he did interviews with everyone before launching Hex. He was with, back then, Tone Vays was the top person on crypto YouTube. Ivan Otek was up and coming. No, BitBoy was not known at that point. But Richard Hart spoke with everyone, and there was a lot of haters, and then he debated a lot of those haters and crushed them all the time. So I think promotion plays a significant part, and promotion played a huge role for Hex, in my opinion, at the time, because Richard Hart did interview after interview. And not only that, he used to do 3-hour live streams, 5-hour live streams, and all that other good stuff. And quick story, right? Back in those days, I never used to think much about crypto. So when I was following Richard, whatever he said, I would just do it. If he says this makes sense, I'll just do it. So he said, guys, if you're gonna buy Hex, buy it on Uniswap. Don't buy on any other. Don't buy anywhere. Don't go to any exchange. Just buy it on Uniswap. And then I said, okay, I'm gonna buy it. Let's go back a little bit. There was 2 ways to get Hex at that time. You could either, you can say 3, right? You could get Hex on an exchange. You could get Hex on the adoption amplifier, or you could get it on Uniswap. Now, Richard Hart said that don't buy it on the adoption. He didn't use the exact words. Don't buy on adoption amplifier. Don't use an exchange. Use Uniswap. And so because he said that, I just decided to use Uniswap and not use the adoption amplifier or that. And as a result, when the Uniswap airdrop came, that made me very, very happy. Because everyone who had ever used Uniswap got like 400 Uni tokens, which is now worth like 20 grand. So like if you had multiple wallets that you used to buy, and a lot of Mexicans benefited from that, especially those who provided liquidity, because then 400 Uni was for the ordinary wallet, and those who provided liquidity got a lot more. We launch now or wait for Pepe Frenzy to die down and take some liquidity off that? I don't think so. I think the Pepe Frenzy benefits Pulsechain. The Pepe Frenzy definitely benefits Pulsechain. And and another thing about the Pepe Frenzy, right? I think, like I said earlier on, that I do think that there's a lot of powerful people backing it. But the Pepe coin is not a coin that comes from the native meme coin community. Pepe is a coin that's created by crypto people, hardcore crypto people. And there is a difference between the crypto people and the native meme coin people. The native meme coin people, like your average, I think, Shiba Inu investor, these are younger investors who don't have too much money, right? And who are not so into the technology. I'll say this because of this. If you look at the majority of the holders of like these meme coins are on centralized exchanges. They, for the most part, probably don't even know how to use the blockchain, how to use Uniswap, how to download MetaMask. They probably don't know how to do that. And they obviously have less money than the crypto folk. Just look at the market cap, right? Hex has fewer holders, but the market cap would be much bigger than a coin with millions of holders, right? So the community is different. But this Pepe coin does not come from this native meme coin people. It comes from OG crypto folks. You can go and look at who's tweeting about Pepe coin, right? And go and look at who's tweeting about other meme coins. It's different people. So what I'm hoping is that this Pepe coin becomes a bridge between the meme coin people and the crypto native people. Like for us here, right, on this stream, right, for most of the part, we are the crypto people. So we are almost like if there's an old school crypto, and that's who we are. And the other younger generation who are these meme coin people, and for the most part as well, even NFT people, it's a different group. So hopefully this paper will become a bridge between them, and then some of those people can jump into this coin and then maybe start to see a bigger picture of crypto, start to see the other stuff that we have going on, and they start to see the importance of holding your own keys. They start to see about the technology. They start to see the benefits of crypto and how crypto can be disruptive to the financial system. Hopefully, they can start to see that stuff. Okay, plan. Hold 75% of Pulse X till next bull run. 2025, 2026, remaining 25% used for personal things. Maximum hex holders in Pulse X sacrifice, so they hold more time. So selling early will be a disaster. I don't think I understand. Hold 75% of Pulse X till next bull run. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. When it comes to strategies in regarding to how to buy, sell, and all that stuff, I think it depends with your position size, right? How big of a sacrifice you have. If you are a big sacrificer, you cannot even imagine or dream about taking any profits. If you look at the top 100 sacrifice wallets, right? Some of them, if you get 100x, 1000x, they get into the billions of dollars. They cannot take profits right now. So the people who can take profits are the mid-size sacrificer and the lower end of the sacrificer set. Because for those people, they can take out a 10x, 100x, 1000x, they can pull out. But one golden rule, guys, this is my golden rule of taking profits. Never sell everything. No matter what, never sell everything. If you buy in a coin, right, and it goes 100x, you put in $1,000, that $1,000 becomes 100,000. Don't sell your entire position. Because what happens is that you never know how high a coin can pump. So you don't want to sell your entire position. What you want to do is you want to sell, you want to take profits and always leave something. Like, I mean, if you're up 100x, right, that means it's okay for you to, you put $1,000, it's now 100,000. It's okay to take, if you want to take a majority of it, it's okay to take 80 and the other 20, let it ride. If it goes to zero, it goes to zero. If it pumps, it pumps. The reason why I think it's always a good idea to never sell your entire bag is because sometimes you never know how high a coin can pump. Community is key. We have best community here in the RH community, building and growing for the next 10 million onboards. Meme coins are an onboarding tool that's needed and must be respected. Yeah, I mean, if I mean, we can all see the proof is in the pudding, right? People are supporting this stuff, right? I mean, the thing with this innovation is that you can't limit it. You absolutely can't limit it. There's no benefit. It can, and crypto many times goes in ways don't accept. Like I said earlier, that the communities are different. If you listen to any of these top influencers or the mainstream crypto people, which we are all a part of, right? Who told you to buy meme coins a year ago or 2 years ago? None of them. No one told you to buy meme coins. But all of a sudden, everyone is changing. All of a sudden, everyone is a meme coin degen. And one of the things that I realize is it's starting to look a little bit like we're in a bull market in terms of the tweets that I'm reading and the YouTube videos that people are making. I mean, you find titles like the next 100x coin discovered, find the next millionx coin, this coin was going to do 10x, buy this coin now and become retire. You know, we're starting to see those kind of titles, and that starts to look a little bit like a bull market. So yeah. So look, I agree with you, Clifton. There's definitely value in meme coin communities, in all communities, even NFT communities. There's lots of value there. There's lots of value to be had there. Yeah. But it is fun to kind of get out of this because it's almost like when you have this type of bear market type mentality and everyone is sad and there's a lot of infighting. This one said this. This guy is not a real Mexican. He's shilling this coin. This guy is that like that. When you hear all those stories, right? I mean, it's all bear market stuff, right? Is Brett actual developer of Pulsechain, or is he a developer on Pulsechain? As in, is he employed by Richard Hart? Look, I see a lot of people sharing his stuff, and I think I've done that too. I've retweeted some of his stuff, and I've even used some of his stuff as almost like proof of what's going on in the space. So for me, I have no reason to doubt that I think he's a developer. Yeah, the only thing he's a Pulsechain developer. Yeah, but yeah, obviously I have no reason to not think so, because I mean a lot of credible people are sharing his stuff, and he seems to have some. I mean, he spoke about a stress test. And then after he spoke about a stress test, we had 300,000 transactions on Pulsechain. And then we had 2 million transactions on Pulsechain. And then now we have 4 million. And he spoke about that. And he said that this is the final thing. So, look, if what he's saying is happening, then yeah. Crypto is wonderful. First airdrops, then meme coins, next PLS and PLSX. Yeah. And look, the excitement behind Pulse and Pulse is real. The excitement is real. Brett is a Pulsechain dev. He is legit. Yeah, Clifton. Yeah. I think so too. I think so. Kaisa. Yeah. What's up? But yeah. Now, Kaisa is another great source of information on Twitter. Definitely lots of alpha dropping there on Twitter. And yeah, there's another. He drops a lot of alpha that I use on a lot of the videos that I make. And so I think, yeah, massive respect. Yeah. But I think what we have is an extremely rich community, right? With a lot of very, very smart people in the community. And I like that. I like the fact that most people are understand what's going on. And I think for most people, their predictions are extremely valuable, high value. Now, there are some newbies as well. Obviously, you can tell from comments people drop that there are some newbies. But I think the majority of the like OG Hexagon Pulse ecosystem people that have been there for a while, they kind of know their way around everything. So I think it's one of those things that I like about Pulsechain is the quality of people, and those that don't, they step up pretty quickly. And unfortunately, things. Unfortunately or fortunately, I don't know which one. Things always evolve, right? Right now, Twitter is a place where majority of the conversation is. Before that, it used to be Telegram. And one of the things that I did like about Telegram is there was a live chat that was like 24-hour live chat on and people used to stream those live chats on YouTube. And what I like most about it is that when new people come, they'll get educated. They'll get educated on how to store your private keys and all that stuff. And all that other stuff. Just one minute. Yeah, so there's that. So I do. It's one of those things that I appreciate, that there was that support, and where people used to be able to ask questions in the Telegram chat, and then all that was streamed, and you could watch people being educated in real time. You could watch someone come in who doesn't know what private keys are, who doesn't know how to store their private keys, and people would help him. And there are a few interesting stories that I remember that I'm going to share, right? There was one guy who called in and he said that, what should I do about crypto? I found Hex, and what should I do? I'm having troubles at home with my wife, right? That's what people said. Then the advice that some Hexagon gave was mind-blowing. He was like, don't buy a Hex yet, because if you buy Hex, that means that your partner gets to take half. So they were like, wait, finalize your breakup, and then after that you can buy Hex. I was like, oh my god, there's some hardcore Hexicans who really care deeply about price performance, that they don't want Hex in the wrong hands. So yeah, that's some incredible stuff. So yeah, the community, I think the community is great. And I also learned a lot about storing private keys, how to store private keys in a way that's safe. And like some people, I mean, they will tell you that, okay, this is how you protect against being hacked. This is how you protect against, SIM swapping. This is how you protect against the fire. This is how you protect. I mean, those charts were extremely rich. They were extremely rich on how to ensure that you don't. Unfortunately or fortunately, right? Because now the conversation is largely moved on Twitter, and there's still massive value. I think that there's a lot of Twitter spaces going on as well. I haven't really. I'm only new to Twitter as well, so I've been there for some time. But as an active user, I'm still new to Twitter. You're one of the channels that actually gives good insight into our community. Keep it up, Hexagon, since 2020. Yeah, awesome. Adipan, thank you. We want prenup. We want prenup. Yeah. It's crazy, really, to think. It's crazy to think that yeah, someone would have. I would never have thought that deep, right? I never would have thought that deep. That like, wait, man, just wait. Don't buy yet. You don't want them getting that price appreciation. Just sort out your stuff first, then you can buy, and then enjoy your own price appreciation. And yeah, So that's crazy. But look, it's a lot of exciting stuff, great community, great stuff happening, and massive excitement about Pulsechain as well. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that's really cool. So anyway, guys, where do you think Pulsechain launch? When do you think Pulsechain launch? Because I certainly think that we're extremely close. It feels a lot close, and I know that some people logically like it's been too long, but look, we're close enough to the end of the bear cycle that it should be launching at any moment now. Yeah, let's take a look at some of these. Okay, let's just take a look at some of a few comments that we have on YouTube. Well, my prediction was like yesterday, right? Friday. That was my prediction for Pulsechain launch. It was Friday. Clifton says a week or less. Yeah, I think you're right there. Sometime next week. Yeah. Yeah. Possibly mid-May. I don't see any reason why not to launch in May. I don't see a reason why not to launch in May. But I mean, look, we clocked 4.6 million transactions, and obviously, like Richard Hart likes to have all the I's dotted and T's crossed and all that. So, since that's what he likes, he might since that's what he likes, he might want to he might want to have maybe a week of hardcore testing, right? Of maybe daily testing with high transaction count. But it depends on that. But I was surprised to see a 4 million transactions. I was surprised to see that. Yeah, and that tells you that definitely Pulsechain is it's good to go. It's good to go for the most part. Yeah. So, but yeah, right now, but the meme coin mania right now is extreme. I'm just looking at this this thing that Somi posted and these crypto bubbles, and you can see that you've got Pepe and you've got Floki as the big price gainers. Yeah, so the meme coin mania is real, and I think that the meme coin mania will do much better on Pulsechain than on Ethereum. What do you think about the banks crashing? Yeah, well, this is something that I haven't thought about in a while. I haven't thought about this banking crisis and all that stuff in a while. But speaking in general, right? Okay, for the most part, I think the banks that have been going down are like American banks. I do think that to some extent, I think, I mean, contrary to some people, I think to some extent the authorities in the US are very competent, and I think that they understand what's going on. And because there's a lot of things happening, right? Obviously, there's these bank failures, and then there's this sort of move away from the dollar. So I think that the officials are competent enough to see the problem and to try and fight it. Unfortunately, some of the solutions might result in currency devaluations or something like that. Because I mean, at some point you can't bail out every bank, right? So without a cost, at some point there's going to be a price for that. Over 50 TPS, that's triple Ethereum. Yeah, I mean, and here's the thing, right? Okay, Ethereum had 1 million transactions I haven't checked the last 24 hours, but the last time I checked, and look at what's happening with fees. Look at what's happening with transaction fees. That's insane. I'm a bit late. Did you already talk about possible price performance of PLs? No, not really. We didn't really talk about possible price performance, but yeah, it's I think it's a difficult question, you know, like what the prices will do. I certainly think that Pulse will outperform Pulse X, right? Now there's the Pulse OU and the Pulse X IOU, and that were released by the BNB Pulse team, right? And for those, Pulse is outperforming Pulse X, right? So I think Pulse will be better price performance than Pulse X, but as to the exact price performance, I don't know. For me, I think it's a game of the top whales, right? What the whales decide, and yeah. But I think that whales cannot take profits. If whales do take profits, we might have like the biggest whales, that is, like those who sacrificed 1 million, or even those who, yeah, those who sacrifice. I mean, if you're selling that amount of money, if let's say like those who sacrifice 1 million, they have significant um they've got significant power in the ecosystem. They've got significant power because if you sacrificed 1 million and 100x is 100 million, right? So they've got significant pull in terms of power, in terms of price power. They can put the price wherever they want to. But if they do dump, that would be good, in my opinion, for the long term, because you have flash crashes, you've got people scooping up those dips, and then you've got the coins distributed amongst more people. But there is this thought process as well of centralized ownership not bad, right? So my thesis is saying that maybe decentralized ownership is good, but there's a thesis that saying centralized ownership is good because if you have a whale who never sells, that's a good thing. But here's the issue that I have, the biggest issue that I have with in regards with the price, right? And it's something that I haven't heard many people talk about, but I'll say it now. Hex is designed for price performance. And how is Hex designed? It's designed for minimal trading. Who's with no utility. And I don't use that to say that there's no utility, but the utility is different, right? Utility for Ethereum is like gas fees. For Hex, utility is store of value. So the utility of Hex is to not use it. That's the utility of Hex. So the utility of Hex is to not use it. And so Hex is designed for zero trading, is designed for price appreciation. So what you have with Hex is you've got very low trading volume compared to other coins with the same market cap. But that's not going to be the same for Pulse and Pulse X, because Pulse is a utility token. It's the gas token for the Pulse blockchain. And if we are to have massive trading volume on Pulse X, the trading pair of that trading volume will most likely be Pulse. So I believe that we're going to have like $1 billion worth of volume on Pulse X. That means that I believe that Pulse is going to be traded heavily. So it will, when it pumps hard, it will have whales will be able to pull out much more money than whales can pull out in Hex. In Hex, big whales can't pull out massive amounts of money. But I think in Pulse, they will be able to. And I don't know how that will impact price performance over a long period of time. Because over the short term, I think you can have massive price pump. So my thesis would be, right, you have massive price pump, and then you have a situation where we're moving closer to the cycles of Bitcoin. Because right now, Hex can pump when Bitcoin is not pumping. And I think that Pulse in the long term will move in the Bitcoin cycles and won't be as reflexive, I don't know if that's the right word, as Hex is. So yeah, Core Pulsechain network has been tested since V3B. Only major changes, Shanghai code has also been battle tested on ETH network. Really no reason to delay launch anymore. Okay, but there's a talk of how there were many pivots in regards to Pulse. So the code base, I would assume that meant there was some changes in the code base. And if you look at the fork, there was definitely some changes in the code base when the move from proof of work to proof of stake happened on Ethereum. Definitely a new code base. So I don't know when that was. Was it on V3B or when that was? I'm not sure about that. The 4.6 million transactions VS gas costs is misleading, as 99% of those transactions were transfers versus more gas intensive swaps. Okay. Yes, I agree with you. However, I would also say that Pulsechain definitely can conduct more transactions than Ethereum. So yes, we might say that, okay, but look, even if we are to have 2 million daily transactions with stable gas fees, I think it's a huge improvement. Because Pulsechain at 1 million transactions, the gas goes insane. So it's a definite improvement. But yeah, I acknowledge your point. And yeah, that once you start having smart contracts, interacting with other smart contracts, it might not be, it might be a little bit of a different game. Yeah, possibly. The authorities in the US are like mafia runs our government. Yeah. Look, it's for me, it's hard to understand, right? Okay, we'll go political for 30 seconds. It's hard to understand, like when I hear what politicians say, and then when I see what people say, if social media is anything to go by, they seem to be a huge disconnect, right? It's like a country would decide to go, for a hypothetical example, a country would decide to go to war, but the people don't support it. But the people voted for the people deciding that. So how does it work? I mean, that is difficult, because for me, I believe that for the most part, governments are somewhat a representative of what the people want. But sometimes the disconnect seems huge, and it's something that I really need to understand that. Gas price is too high. Pulsechain can't any sooner. Yeah. I agree 100%. Yeah. Gas price is too high. I think there's a guy who sang a song like that. Gas price is too high, you know. People say Pepe did 100,000 X, but when I check the coin market cap, it's only 6,000. Well, don't check coin market cap. Don't check CoinGecko. Try and go to the first places people list. That's, I think it's, people start listing possibly Dex, Screener, or if you can get Uniswap chats. I haven't used them before, but because check the volume from when it started trading. Because sometimes CoinGecko lists a coin after 2 weeks, so there's some information missing there. Yeah. So if you get the full information, you might be able to yeah. Whales are there to provide liquidity. They make much more money this way. Yeah, agreed. So as long as they don't want to dump, look, I'm all for that. Whales will dump their 2 to 2.5x volume bonus. My God, you know those bonuses for whales. Oh my God, those bonuses are something. I mean, imagine you sacrifice a million instead of 10,000 points. You're probably getting something like 20,000 points. Yeah, my God, the whale bonuses are something. They're something. Can Pulse 10,000x? Yeah, it can. It definitely can. From Kuma, yeah. Look, we have 100,000 sacrifice it. Now imagine if we start to grow to a, so that means we have 100,000 holders for Pulse X, right? 40,000 for Pulse. Imagine when we have 1 million holders. Imagine when we have 10 million holders, 100 million holders, 1 billion holders. If we reach those numbers, that could have significant impact on price. Imagine if we start to have a Michael Saylor, billionaires who are coming in to provide exit liquidity. That's not a nice thing to say. Imagine if we have whales coming in to be part of the community, and they're bringing in billions of dollars, which I do think that if look, this is what I think we're building, right? A new financial infrastructure for the world that is much better than what we have right now. And that helps everyone, that benefits the world over the long term, that decentralizes, that democratizes money. And that stuff is stuff that I care about a lot, right? After price performance, of course. That definitely, it means that anything can happen in terms of price performance. You think Pulse X will be listed properly on CoinMarketCap, CoinGecko, or will they shadow ban like Hex? Okay. If we can get the massive growth, I think they will have no choice but to list them. And if they don't, they miss out. Again, I'll say this, Hex is designed for very little trading. And so that means that the truth is this, right? If Binance lists Hex, they don't get much profit from it, because Hexicans are not buying and selling and drawing candle up this indicator 1, indicator 2. Hexicans are not doing that. Hexicans are staking. So exchanges don't benefit much from that. But Pulse is going to be different. Pulse is going to be traded on Pulse X, and on exchanges are going to want some of that action. If we have $1 billion trading volume, that means that if Binance lists, they can get 100 million trading, $100 million volume a day. That means that it's possibly, who knows how much their fees are, but it's at least at a bare minimum 10 grand profit a day just by listing it. So I think Pulse, I don't think there will be much gatekeeping of Pulse. I don't think so. And I think it's in their interest to list it. I believe we're going to get a big surprise. Prices will likely, I believe we're going to get a big surprise. Prices will, like they were in V3 and now in V4, whales will provide lots of liquidity and they will be very happy making the fees. Yeah, the fees. Yeah. That's like a previous comment as well. That would say that whales are not going to dump. They're going to want to use their capital to make money, and then maybe take those profits. And that is a logical thing. That is the more logical thing, and it's also healthy for the ecosystem in terms of price performance. Lower gas fee is going to lead to higher transaction. There's a direct correlation. Lower gas fees lead to higher transactions. Yeah. But we've never seen anything like this. Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah. Elections are a scam. Leaders are selected by the rulers of this realm. Well, look, the world is starting to change right now. I mean, if you think about it, like now at least there are platforms that are being created that allow a different perspective, and yeah, and look, this is complicated stuff. That political stuff is very difficult to know. I mean, because at the end of the day, it's all opinion at the end of the day, because we don't really know what happens in those offices, secret offices, at the Economic Forum and all those places. Do we know if Snapshot has taken? There's no snapshot. It's going to be a fork, right? Think about it. When Ethereum moved from proof of work to proof of stake, there was an Ethereum fair created, an Ethereum proof of work created, right? That's so it's almost like Ethereum is one blockchain, is going to split into two. One version will be called Pulsechain, other version will be called Ethereum. So Pulsechain is just going to fork off of Ethereum. So think of it as a continuation. So Pulsechain is just going to continue in our own direction, and Ethereum will continue in their own direction. So there's going to be a splitting. I think what works like that possibly sells, right? They break like that. Yeah, so there's no snapshot. If Pepe can do 10,000x, of course we can, unless the whales decide no. I don't think that the whales get to decide. I think that the whales can have impact in the short term for price, but in the long term, the community matters, and onboarding new whales matters, right? So I that's what I think. I think if whales dump, you're gonna have a massive painful dip, but you're gonna get that buy pressure coming in gently, slowly. That buy pressure coming in bit by bit, and then it's like build back better. ETH gas this high already is gonna drive Pulse adoption. We are here, yes, especially with that you're getting a free copy of all your coins. So that means that the advantage is huge. Bro, what is your guess? P hex ratio trade. 1 p hex equals to. No, this is a difficult question, and I'll have to do the math first to understand. I did see someone post something like that on Twitter saying 1 hex is equal to 200. I saw someone post numbers similar to what you have, but for me, I've never done the math myself, or I haven't even deduced how they worked that out, or how you have worked it out. I haven't done that, so I can't give you any valuable information there. Pulsechain is just like the internet. Data once in announced prepaid is not used anymore. High fees to make a call for roaming. Yeah. What do you think of Marlin Pond? Oh my god, I looked at it a long time ago. In fact, I had old videos I made about that. But yeah, it seemed good. Here's the thing, right? I'll say this again. That's why I was reading a tweet from Chris Black, where he says that if you look at that, the pumping of Pepe is not a coincidence, and the pumping of Pepe is organized by powerful people and rich people, right? That's what he said, and I thought that made logical sense, because I've seen coins with good, strong fundamentals I've seen it not work out, and so you realize that it's not just about technology, right? It's not just about technology; it's about a lot more. That's why I looked at it and I thought that, this coin seems like it's great. It seems like the technology is great and all that stuff, but you simply no price performance. So looking at that evidence, I'm like, look, it's not that easy to make a successful project. You've got all the things have to line up. It's not enough to have good technology. You also need a good community that can pump it up. You also need to be onboarding more people. And so what's happening with Pepe, definitely to me, is not a coincidence. A lot of people are backing it. And to have a coin that just comes from nowhere, and all of a sudden, BitBoy is making videos, Crypto Banter is making videos, all the top Twitter influencers are talking about it. Yeah, to me, that's not an accident. That's well carefully planned, carefully launched. product. So in regards to this Marlin Pond, yeah, when I saw it, when I looked at it, I thought this looks great. But the thing is that it hasn't translated to price performance. Yeah, Hex Fetty, what's up? So do you think non-pulse tokens are gonna dip? Wait. Do you think non-pulse? Okay, it's gone again. Sorry. Do you think non-pulse tokens are gonna dip? Pulse X got active community waiting on it, but these other projects with holders who haven't connected with the network yet should stay somewhat. Okay, I think you're saying that. Do I think that other non-pulse projects, non-Richard Art projects will do well? I think other stuff attracts other people, right? Like meme coins will attract meme coin people. Like NFTs will attract NFT people. The gaming metaverse people will attract the gaming projects. So I think for now, the majority of the attention is in the Pulse X. But I think once we launch, people will be looking at what's next. That's just how people seem to act, right? They'll be thinking, okay, what's next? So at that point, I think that other projects will start to look attractive, and then they will start to bring in new people. No snapshot, it's just mirrored. Once the first block started, it's just mirrored old ERC20 tokens. Good to see you back. We miss you. You have always been awesome member of our community. Thank you. Blessings to my friend. Thank you. Well, I stopped streaming because I used to struggle a lot with the internet connection, right? For some reason, and I tried fixing it, but then it just, the internet connection was a little bit slow, so that's why I stopped streaming. I used to stream daily. For those who don't know, but then I just said, okay, look, this is not working. I'll just stop. I'll just make videos. And as well, I think the shorter videos as well are good for the most part, because many people just want a quick hit of that information of what's going on and all that other good stuff. You Hex fanboy said Pulse would release hours away 2 days ago. Oh my God, Hex fanboys! Oh my God. Now you release that PUI Pulse will never release. No, Pulse will release. Definitely, Pulse will release. Do the tokens burned by the buyback and burn bot count towards the market cap? Nope, they don't. Once a coin is burned, it's out of circulation, doesn't count. Buy and burn on Pulse will increase the market cap. Buy and burn helps the price. Coins that are burnt are no longer in circulation, so the market cap will go down. But it doesn't matter, because the market cap could be going down and price going up, so you're getting wealthier. And it's not like they're not burning your coins; they're burning someone else's coins. They're burning the on Pulse X. They're burning the. Okay, obviously Pulse X is decentralized, but if Pulse X had an owner, the owner's profit from trading is what's being burned. So it doesn't. It's good for price appreciation. Yeah. Paper is paid for. Yeah, I definitely think so. Paper move is precisely calculated just like SHIB in early days. Minions like us. Okay, there's a lot of conspiracy theories in regards to Shiba Inu. There's talk that some people close to Vitalik made it and all that other stuff. But yeah, there's a lot of talk, a lot of conspiracy theories about the creation of Shiba Inu. And then yeah, thanks Clifton. And then we have. But if it's Doge or Shiba of 2023, it might bring eyes to Ethereum and gas issues. Then we onboard directly to Pulsechain. Yeah. Look, Pepper has definitely done a lot of good for crypto by onboarding people. How's it going, Crypto Power? Did you buy any Pulse IOU? I like the sound of this opportunity, but you put a lot of trust in this project. Pulse IOU is from the guys who did at look, guys, yeah, it's a trust. It's trust-based. So trust-based is trust-based. It's the people who created it also did BNB Pot and PulsePot. So for BNB Pot and for PulsePot, they've definitely been delivering. Well, not PulsePot isn't live yet, so they've definitely been. But obviously, you have to do your own risk analysis, right? You have to do your own risk analysis and understand what's good and what's not. But the team definitely, to me, they seem like they're in the Pulsechain ecosystem for the long term. And I mean, they did a sacrifice. They released NFTs. They've been doing a lot of building. Somi Theory said that almost 60% of SEC wallet is owned by Ricardo Corazon himself, which makes me bullish. I don't know Ricardo Corazon who owns 60% of. Yeah, I don't know. But if he's a whale who's a hodler, that's great. A lot of people are saying Pulse X will go below SEC price, like 30 to 50%. What do you think that even this guy is called your friend? Somi said the same. Ha! Look, I like Somi. I like his content. It's great. It's well thought through. But my God, he pumps out that content at insane levels. He's on Twitter tweeting. He's on YouTube dropping videos. And hey, yeah. So I like a lot of his content. But hey, will it drop like 30% of SAC price? I highly doubt that. Is it possible? Yes, it's possible. But I highly doubt that. Look, I think at the end of the day, you have to have dry powder and be prepared for any kind of eventuality. And I do think that there will be opportunities to buy at good prices. Because anytime a coin launches, right, you're going to see the initial pump up, and then what you're going to see is a pullback. So I do think that they're going to be. I think that the best strategy, in my view, would be to have a 6-month strategy, not just a short-term strategy. But what we've got to remember is that we've got this year possibly is the last year of accumulating, and maybe a bit of next year. But next year we're talking about. For me, my view is next year and 2025 is a profit-taking year. So I think, look, it's good you raised this point because I think it's something that everyone should be mentally prepared for. Right? I think it's highly unlikely, but I think that it's important to be mentally prepared for this because what you don't want is for this to hit you unexpectedly. Atro, what's good, my man? What's good, man? Just relaxing, chilling, enjoying the day. The man with the best laugh. Awesome, JB. Thank you. Should keep streaming. Thank you, Astro. I'm trying to look. Where am I on the comments? Mainnet, yeah. We covered mainnet. Richard should just release Pulse from Angry Bull Gamer. It would never be perfect. Yes, I agree with you there. It isn't perfect. As long as chain is secure, just release and reiterate as you move on. Yeah, I agree with you there. And as well, here's the thing, right? I think that if he releases it, he can take a break and relax and do whatever he wants to do, right? He can wear Gucci, all that stuff, and do all that stuff. I don't think anyone would care much as long as the blockchain is up and working. And yeah, but like you said, that he is kind of a perfectionist, and it will never be perfect, like you said. I agree with that 100%. It'll never be perfect. Pulse major burn on initial launch. I forgot about David. Yeah, awesome. Imagine Pepe comes to Pulse X. Good luck to those people who want to dump Pepe. Yeah, well, look, Pepe, at least all the things are aligned for Pepe to be successful. And so now that it looks like there's a community being built, that's great. What's your opinion on Pulse and Pulse X ratio before bridging? Yeah, well, if you get good ratios, then yeah, get it. Oh my God, yeah. 91 viewers, 47 likes. Yeah, guys, smash up the like button. Thank you, Kaisa. And Kaisa, I always feel like I'm butchering your name. Astro. Yeah. I saw that video. I think at the very least, if not RH himself, it's people very close to him that all conspire. I don't know what you're. I think you're probably responding to one of the comments here. Do you think Pulsechain can do Pepe numbers? LOL. Yeah, definitely. Why not? Minimize risk as much as possible as we are close to launch. Okay. Ricardo Corazon is Richard Hart, bro. Well, if that's the case, that is good news. Because okay, there's a comment that says that 60% of the top 100 sacrifices, something like that, is Richard Hart. That would mean that Richard Hart is possibly a holder of 95% of PLS and 95% of PLSX. That would be bullish for price. That would be extremely bullish. Okay, Richard Hart in Spanish. Yeah. They will pull back at some point. Just buy the dips. Yeah, Greg. Yeah. Done with Hicks. Yeah. Pulse X can go under sack, and if it does, then rebound gonna print millionaires. Anything can happen. Nobody has a crystal ball. Just best guesses on what other people will do. Yep. Then we have DCA into dips with limit orders. Yeah. This is a complex issue, right, Clifton? Right? Because the thing with the dips is sometimes you don't know how much is going to dip. Like when we hit 2 cents for hex, some people are expecting 1.5 cents. Some people expecting sub penny. So that one is complex. It's extremely. I think buying dips is for those who are extremely gifted, who know exactly how, who have and that gifted plus luck. Because at the end of the day, no one knows the future. No one knows the future. Smashed. Okay, smash the like button. Awesome. Thank you guys. Pepe will be traded on Pulse, no doubt at all. Out there. Yeah, it will be traded on Pulse. Yeah. Astronomical volatility amongst all PRC20 tokens. Yeah. Look, the opportunity there with Pulse X and PRC20 tokens is going to be huge. It's going to be huge because there's going to be massive action happening going on. I think we already see there's a lot of projects that we see right now that are already that are showing that they will have huge communities within the Pulse community as well, and which can, as we get more people to come, because we will definitely get more people to come. So they that are going to be big. Those things will happen. I saw a comment here, but I didn't really read it carefully on YouTube. So Carl the Moon sacrificed, Crypto sacrificed, all these BitBoys sacrificed, Crypto Banter, I think they sacrificed Ivan on Tech, and Ivan on Tech is now kind of like a big supporter, like a big supporter of Pulse Chain. I mean, he's doing a lot, well, shouting out a lot. Crypto London, yes, boss, yes. First time, no, it's not the first time live. I used to go live regularly, but just that I had internet connectivity issues and all that stuff, so I stopped because of that. Shout out Crypto Power Talk. Let's go. Yeah. Thank you, Brandon Macy. Pulse X might hit 10,000 X before Pulse. I think that's highly unlikely. I mean, 40,000 people sacrifice for Pulse, 100,000 for Pulse X. So there's a lot more people that sacrifice for Pulse that don't have. There's a lot of people who sacrifice for Pulse X that don't have Pulse, and they're gonna want to get that. So yeah. Can someone turn 263 into over 13 million in 14 days with Pepe? Good stuff. That is really good. Congratulations to that person. Wasn't PulseBird supposed to be on multiple chains, or is it just Pulse Chain and Binance Smart Chain? I think yes, it's supposed to be on multiple chains, but in all honesty, I don't see the need to launch PulseBot on other blockchains until Pulse Chain launches. I don't see the benefit of doing that. I think the best thing would be to focus energy on building BNB pot, and as a result, PulseBot will benefit. But I don't see the benefit of launching on Matic, launching on for now. Is Mainnet live? No. Mainnet is not yet live. Mainnet is not yet live. At least last time I checked. I'll go back to I'll check Richard Art's Twitter now. Some fresh and fit community are bullish on Pulse Chain, which is cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, what's this guy? This guy's name? Dollar Cost Crypto he was the one who was really pushing there on the fresh and fit community, and I think that's great. That's extremely great. Yeah, it's good if everyone gets in on the price appreciation. When is the launch? The launch can be at any moment, and Richard Hart says when it's ready. I should say DCA into over 50% dips to buy lower if you believe in a project. Yeah, awesome. That's a great strategy. Andrew Tate changed in jail. Maybe he can be turned into a Mexican now. LOL. I think that's highly unlikely. I think that's highly unlikely. Yeah. But yeah, look, man, prison. I think prison breaks down a person. I mean, no matter how tough you are, most people who go through, especially if people want to break you down, my God, I think for the most part, yeah, prison can break someone down. So I don't know how tough it is, but prison can break someone down. It can break, especially if you're in what you call that isolation stuff. My God, that is bad. That's bad. Anyway, yeah, I don't. Not good topics, guys. That topic is a bit of a downer. But look, it's part of life, man. It is part of life. But hey, Yeah. What's the supply of Pulse X? Possibly over 100 trillion, right? I mean, you can correct me if I'm wrong. Possibly somewhere there. Sam Hyde sacrificed. Sam Hyde, yeah. Miguel is cool. Not a fan of paid groups, but he has a history. Yeah. Look, yeah. Yeah. It is what it is. Yeah, he's a cool guy. I think in terms of onboarding people, he definitely has done a lot of work in terms of onboarding people. He's done a lot of onboarding people, and I think here's the thing about paid groups. I'll tell you what I think about it. It all depends on how much cash you have, right? If you're coming into crypto, you've got big bags that you want to invest. You might not want to waste your time watching YouTube videos, reading tweets, reading news articles. You might just want someone to almost, in a sense, kind of hold your hand, show you where the pitfalls are, and stay you away from that. You might need that, and you because either way you pay, right? Either you pay by learning yourself, or you pay by just paying someone to handhold you and show you the way, and then you can focus on other things that can be more productive for you, right? Because if you're making money in other ways, and that money you're making is worth more than spending time reading for yourself, learning for yourself, doing your own research, then groups are good. Yeah, because obviously it's like getting someone with expertise, years of expertise, and then they curate the knowledge that you need, and then they just give you that knowledge. For the most part, I will tell you this, right, Astro. I bet you, if you've been in crypto for some time, you've hit some pitfalls at some point. You've hit portals, right? You've gotten in a coin, and maybe the coin didn't work out well. You maybe tried trading. I think most of us we don't execute perfectly. So you can either learn that way, or you can just say, okay, I'm going to spend my money to just get. Like I said earlier on, right? When I earlier on, Richard I just said something, I'll just do it. I didn't start thinking, well, what about this? What about? I didn't argue. I didn't do anything. He just said, hey, buy X on Uniswap. Don't buy it in the adoption amplifier. I just did that, and then ended up getting a big airdrop from the uni guy. So I think groups. So that information that Richard had said, right? I think it would have been worth paying for, right? So there's value. There's two sides of the coin. When is launch? Oh, when is lunch? Okay. Yeah, lunch is now. Prison preserves some men. Yeah, you know, for this, you have to be really tough, like extremely tough, right? For that to happen, you have to be extremely tough, and you have to have like really strong beliefs that are hardcore held that you cannot resist. Because yeah, you have to be tough, and the people who are preserved, right, are possibly the top 1% of top 1%. There's going to be some wallets buy and of selling of Pulsechain Pulse X to the moon. Yeah. Some wallets buy and selling. Yep. Obviously, some people are going to want to take profits. Some people are going to want to take profits. Yeah, definitely. And it makes sense. I mean, we're all in this for number go up, right? So if you get that number go up, why not take profits? Right? If we are this close to launch, why just not announce a date? Why not say next Friday? Then everyone would FOMO into Hex, and the launch would be massive project. Yeah, Richard did say he doesn't want people speculating, right? Because I do think that if you look at what happened before Big Payday, price pumped too hard, and then the recovery might be long and painful. So, sorry, if you can stop the speculation, in all honesty, right? What's best for the long term is to take out the speculation. That's the best for long term. So yeah. But again, look, I think the launch is not going to be a complete secret, right? Because some people have to know. Devs have to know what they're doing. Validators have to know what's happening. So it's not going to be a complete secret. When it's almost close, we will know. And so yeah, but I think he definitely does not want to cause any speculation. A 6-year-old comes out as a young and healthy 30-year-old. Yeah. If Sam had sack, I would laugh so hard just because of how funny I remember he is. I'll Google who he is. Oh my god, can you laugh? Oh my god, hey, no, 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 no. He will XD. Okay. Okay, right. Okay, Clifton Lewis said, Hexel Degen, right? I think he was asking the 170 trillion TOT, 90% OA, 17 trillion. So I think he's talking about the supply for Pulse X. Don't quote me. Yeah, so it's kind of a, probably I would say that, yeah, it's an informed calculation which may be a little bit which may not be completely 100% accurate, but yeah, 170 trillion. Someone was asking what's the total supply for Pulse X. Those buyers will just dump after launch. Yeah, some buyers, right? I mean, look, I don't know how much of a Hexagon some of these people will sacrifice that we know sacrificed, right? All these Crypto Moon, I don't know how much of a Hexagon he is, but he sacrificed. The Crypto Banter guys, they sacrificed. And it's a good thing Richard Hart didn't launch, because around mid-May when he was supposed to launch, that's when the Terra Luna collapse happened. And a lot of influencers were were hammered by that Terra Luna Classic. And then Richard Hart ended up not launching mid-May. If he had, all those Crypto Banter people who lost money on Terra Luna would have dumped. And that would have been max pain for Pulsechains. But again, look, this is a long-term project, right? So, yeah. Yeah, he said he sacrificed 30K. 30K, it's a good size sacrifice. Some people rightly predicted the ratio to be 1 to 3 before testnet. How did they do that? Is there some sort of calculation with supply? No, I think it's just an estimate. At the end of the day, yeah, these are all estimates. Yeah, and with estimates with assumptions that might not be true, right? Because any assumptions you're using to calculate that, there's no way of knowing that it's gospel. Is the AMM bot going to run before or after the bridge? The AMM bot, I think, is the first to run. It's the first to do its thing. But I haven't had much talk about the AMM bot. Oh, no, yeah, Richard Hart did update about the AMM bot. So, yeah. Who would have expected the perfect storm to happen for mainnet release? These fees. Yeah, you're right. You're right. It's almost like they came at the right time, the fees. It's almost like they came at the right time. Even scaling solutions are getting to $3. Oh my god, yeah, I saw that on Arbitrum. I think it's Arbitrum, and the expensive transaction fees. I'm like, my god, how is this possible? My upcoming coin for the next bull run is only Hex, Pulse X. I will not touch anything else. If it goes to zero, well, I go back to flipping burgers at KFC. Yeah, KFC is not so bad. KFC is not so bad. At least you get some burgers, right? How many X's? Pulse X does it launch in the first 48 hours? Yeah, that's a difficult question. Like the Pulse I owe you right now is going around is trading at 20x. So yeah, I don't know how many. Well, last time I checked, it was trading at 20x. Yeah. You love just like Big Man, Tyrone, and who's Tyrone? What happens to the price of Hex if Pulsechain does not launch in May? Look, for the most part, I think Hex now is in the hands of holders, like long-term holders, right? So there's a lot of shaking up that has happened. I think someone was mentioning Somi as well. Somi was talking about this on Twitter as well, that, look, a lot of people have been shaken out. A lot of weekends have been shaken out. And like the price right now for Hex, I think is looking good, right? I think the price for Hex is looking good. It's looking not great, but okay-ish, around 6 something cents. Oh my, it's gone down. The Hex price is the Hex price now sitting at 5.8 cents. So the price has gone down. To me, it looks holding, right? Hex looks like it's holding. The price looks like it's holding. So yeah. Holding dry powder and ready to pull the trigger on cheap RH products. Very smart. Yeah, look, and there is also the incentive token, right? The incentive token, I think that's the big thing, right? Because once Pulsechain launches, right, then what you're going to get is the excitement will be around incentive token now. That's where the excitement will be. And that's also going to be a driver of volume on Pulse X. Okay, smash the likes, guys. Smash the likes. Optimism charged me $5 and I couldn't even quote I didn't see it coming. Yeah, that's surprising. That when I saw that, it was surprising for me too. Yeah. It will never be better time to launch. Now it's you're right. You're right. Eat gas fees, all that. It's now is a perfect time. It's almost like and the good thing is that I mean, we're talking about the amount of transactions we're talking about. Pulsechain is ready. 4 million transactions. So yeah, it's ready. Is 5K sack bowl? I think 5K is a good sack. I think it's a good sack. Because I mean, even if you think about it, right? At 100x, those are big numbers. At a 10x, those are really good numbers, right? Even at a 10x, they're good numbers. And I think a 10x is possibly very doable. And we're not even talking about getting into the bull run. Imagine what happens after the bull run. Imagine 2024. Imagine 2025, right? So, do you think we'll do 15x on both Pulse and Pulse X, then dip? I think that's doable. Yeah, I think that's doable. I think 10 to 15x is very, very doable. I'm looking for where I'm at now in the comments. Yeah. Those numbers are doable. Yeah. I already assumed Richard had wants ERC 20 to be $30 since he was adding that. Yeah. At least look, Pulsechain really does give us. Another thing is this, right, guys? I think we have to make sure that we make those gains on Pulsechain. We have to make those gains on Pulsechain, and so that by the time as we get more and more adoption, as the people that were first in the ecosystem, we should get majority of the gains that come from that. Juice Man, what's up? What's up, Juice Man? What's up? Pulsechain is ready, but Pulse X is not. I'm betting on launching in May. Yeah, but you can swap right now on Pulse X, right? So I think other improvements can happen after launch. It doesn't need to be perfect. Why you say Pulse X not ready? Yeah, why are you saying Pulse X not ready? We're at the bottom of the market. Who can survive eat gas at the top? This is a good point, a very good point. Like, I mean, imagine the bull run where the gas fees will be at. Yeah, imagine that. Many features missing and other need updating. Yeah, but I don't think it should be. I don't think we need all the features, right? I don't think we need all the features for us for launch. Thank you, guys. Please smash up that like button, and we have 100 people watching. Guys, this is amazing. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you. Pulse I owe you betting on 20x. Yeah, it's a trust-based system, like I said again, right? And they have delivered. So I think that they're here for the long term in regards to Pulsechain development and creating products. So I think that. But obviously, you'll have to do your own risk analysis to find out what you think is the best way to move forward. And I think that like if you missed out, it's a good idea. If you missed out on the Pulsechain sacrifice, it's a good idea to get a little bit. But also, I think you need dry powder for when launch, so that you can dollar cost average. I think the first 6 months you need to dollar cost average to enjoy the pumps, the dips, and all that. But yeah. Dex features are overnight add-ons we can do. Yeah, exactly. Actually, that stuff can be added over time. So that is completely cool. It doesn't need to be perfect for launch to happen. It does not need to be perfect at all. Yeah. Anyway, guys, this was a good time to chill and have a chat about what's going on in the space. Black Panther, do you know if the has performed well on the testnet? I heard that the bridges are vulnerable. Yes, they are vulnerable, and bridges have had problems in the crypto space a lot of times, and so you just got to be careful. I think the people who become victims of these stuff or of these kind of attacks are mostly people who like are liquidity providers for the bridges or people who are interacting with them regularly. And in my view, the best strategy would be don't bridge everything all at once, right? You can start off maybe with a testing. Hopefully, it's not just a bridge from Ethereum. Hopefully, there's multiple blockchains, right? Start off maybe with say $100, and then maybe if you let's say for example you want to bridge at 10,000, right? You can start off with $100, and then if that works, maybe 1,000 in batches of 1,000. Now, here's the downside. If you're bridging from Ethereum, transaction fees might be high. So you might not be in a position to chop up your transactions, because if every time you're bridging, you have to pay a $50 transaction fee. If you break into 10 transactions, all of a sudden you're paying 500 instead of $50. So hopefully centralized exchanges can help in that. Okay. Yeah, fix that. Yeah. Could you explain to me, Crypto Smile, could you explain to me how Pulsechain will help Ethereum with the gas fees? How does that work? Well, people will move from Ethereum to Pulsechain, and then Ethereum will have less users. Ethereum is operating at full capacity right now. So I imagine a bus is full, right? And then you've got another bus that's coming with with better air conditioning, better music, and other stuff, and snacks on board. Limit order would be crazy for those ratio traders. Yeah. Look, I think it depends on if Richard Hart sets a liquidity pool. It depends how much he loads up that liquidity pool. Trading equals rect. Moon together, yeah. Do you think that DEX still have a big pump next run? Obviously, a Pulse X guy, but okay. Are you talking about other DEX like Uniswap and all that stuff? Yeah, those are the DEXs. I don't know, man. I don't think that they've got a special run. I think that they're just gonna look at Pulse X. I think does have a run. Pulse X does have a run. DEXs will be able to surpass L1 if they have really seamless cross-chain utility. Yeah. Now, the cross-chain action is where you get those bridges coming into play. And there's a comment I just read about the risks of bridges, So, look, I think, just whatever you do, make sure you play the safe game. You play it safe. And make sure you minimize the risk you take as much as possible. DEXs will be able to surpass LL1 if they have really seamless cross-chain utility. Yeah. Love 40%. And really good branding community. Yeah. Okay. Do you think we should wait for Ethereum to fork Ethereum for Pulsechain so that we can catch new upcoming tokens that are not released yet? That will be like Pepe. Yes. And remember this, guys. Pepe is an anomaly. It's not the norm. And Pepe apparently looks like it definitely has strong backers behind it. So expecting to replicate it is a risky game. You don't want to be coin hopping from one coin to another. And I think, look, it would be nice if Richard Hart launches Pulsechain now so that we can have this action happening on Pulsechain. But it would be nice. You're playing this, I think you should understand it's a high risk game. And if you do find a meme coin that you should, what's the product market fit? What's the competitive advantage? Ask those questions. And then if all that fits your thesis, then why not? Do you foresee a delay in executing liquidity to the AMM fixer on chain, considering the high GUI? No. The transaction fees is on Ethereum, not on Pulsechain. So because the AMM bot is on Pulsechain, it's working on Pulsechain, and the fees are not yet a problem on Pulsechain. Do you think the most both PLS and PLSX can only do 10x to 10 when launched until end of 2024? No, end of 2024. We have to talk bigger numbers, guys, because we're talking bull market here, right? We're talking bull market territory. 10x bull market is, I think Richard Hart calls them limp gains. Richard Hart calls them limp gains. I could be part of the new exchange. Yeah. No. 10x, I think those are limp gains. Wait. Pepe is such a better meme coin than Doge. I just gotta be honest. Yeah, I haven't really dug deep into the fundamentals of it, but yeah, you could be right. I mean, the new thing is as big of the old thing. Dogecoin is you can always rely on Elon Musk to provide exit liquidity when you need it. You will always drop a tweet and then the price pumps up, and then so there's always that good Elon Musk effect with Bitcoin. But right now, the noise is about Pepe. Everyone's talking about Pepe. Before that miracle Pepe, there is 100 Pepe meme coin rugged every day. Before that miracle Pepe, there's 100 meme coins rugged every day. Yeah. Before that, that's true. Yeah, so it's an anomaly, right? But it is what it is. Where are you from? From from very, very what is it? Wakanda, Africa, somewhere in Africa. Yeah, but living not there. Yeah. I don't have any coin because it doesn't feel the same for the same reasons. Maybe it will over time, but the founder is anon and not worth chasing pumps. Yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you very much, guys, for joining. And I think we had a great stream. Thank you so much for jumping onto the stream. And hopefully, Pulsechain will launch pretty soon. Because I think that's the hottest topic right now. When Pulsechain launch. Okay. Oh, he's Nigerian. LOL. Nigerian Prince. You gotta get it right. Prince. You gotta add the Prince at the end of it. No. I'm not Nigerian. I love my Nigerian brothers and all that. Yeah, I'm not from Nigeria. But yeah, strangely, a lot of people sometimes think that, right? So, but no. Yeah. Black Panther said Zimbo. Yeah. This one is right. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching, and just relax. Let me see. Thanks, viewer. Yeah, Clifton, thanks. I mean, was dropping some fire bombs in it, right? Some really good wise words. When live stream, look, okay, I actually spoke about this in yesterday or the day before this video. When I said that I saw a screenshot, someone shared a screenshot of a tweet from Richard Hart saying that he might live stream. That was yesterday, and then the tweet that I saw said that Richard Hart deleted the tweet. So he posted it for like a few minutes and deleted it. And so because someone asked me in the comments, I didn't get a chance to respond, saying that I didn't see that. When did Richard Hart say that? Yeah, thanks Astro as well, dropping some fire points in the chat. Thank you guys. Thank you all very much. Thank you. When launch? I think we can close at this question, right? When launch? Okay, the good old not financial advice. We've got to drop that. I mean, do you think we're due one more massive leg down? No, I don't think so. No. I think for the most part, I think most people don't expect another leg down. I mean, guys, what black swan event could drive us to 11K for Bitcoin? What black swan event? I'm myself a Pulsechain ecosystem. I'm here to pump my bags. Like button. Bam. Thank you, guys.